Hello, I'm Philipp Tunk and welcome to Sirratal, the Lonely Nation. It's one of the most mysterious places in Europe, which is saying something because Europe has France. And yet, this is more mysterious. It's right here, but when the VU was founded, Sirratal just opted out. Like how my cousin Günther opted out for shaving for 6 months. It's complicated. For centuries, they had marginal contact, then nothing, and nobody knows why, which is difficult if you want to write a documentary about it. Expeditions only started when it was confirmed no one was alive there anymore, which means it's easier to explore and to avoid stupid small talk conversation nobody asked for. Like when you visit the haunted house and the ghost found home. So what happened? Unclear. It's a mystery, which incidentally is also the name of my Aunt Helga's dog. May she rest in peace. But we are here now, using new powerful techniques, including mostly my i5 processor, to dive deeper into the ordinary life. Because ordinary life, when it's from the past, often seems anything but ordinary. Like how they apparently worshipped water after the Great Floods. You'd think they would be sick of it. Today, we explore another element of the culture. A place isolated by water, yet somehow still loving coffee. We are looking at one of their most important artifacts, the Sirratal coffee machine. So, the Sirratal, isolated, water-obsessed, but like anyone in a difficult situation, they needed coffee, and they needed a machine to make it. Using modern techniques, we have reconstructed one. And it's fascinating, in a technical sense, like a washing machine is fascinating. The espresso machine looks conventional, like one my Uncle Fritz might have owned before he tried to plug it into a bathtub. But look closer, because the people here couldn't get new resources. The VEU wouldn't deliver, probably because they hadn't filled out the supplies needed for them in triplicate. Highly recommended. So they relied on recycling. They made things durable, which is clever. You could learn a thing or two from them, just by looking at the polluted mother world. It's absolutely filthy. Dr. Vance, thank you for being here. You have studied this coffee machine. My first question, was coffee also ceremonial? Did they, have little dances around it before drinking? Did it involve the water cult at all? Or was it just to wake up? It's an excellent question, Mr. Tunk. We have found evidence that the act of preparing coffee was integrated into certain daily rituals. The machine itself contains subtle markings related to the water veneration cult. They didn't just make coffee. They saw it as a spiritual act of, so they did sacrifice a small biscuit. I knew it. Or was it perhaps a croissant? Because my Auntie Helga thinks croissants are the work of the devil. There is no archaeological evidence of baked goods sacrifice, no. The significance was in the blending of elements, water, heat, and the life-sustaining bean substitute. Right, the bean substitute. Which brings me to my next point. What kind of coffee did they drink? Because clearly coffee beans don't grow in a valley full of spiritual water worshippers, do they? I assume they couldn't get important stuff, unless the VU delivery man was feeling particularly suicidal that week. That is the core mystery, Mr. Tunk. We analyzed the residue and we discovered they were using lupin beans. It's a plant that still exists, but its use as a coffee substitute is almost entirely lost. They would roast and grind it, much like conventional coffee. Lupin beans, like a normal bean, but one you can eat for coffee. That's genius. It's like when my cousin Günther found a way to use his sock as a coffee filter. Necessity is the mother of invention, or desperation. Probably desperation. So what does the coffee machine tell us? That the Sirratal people were resourceful. They made the best of a bad situation. They were spiritual. and they were caffeinated, which is perhaps the most important thing of all. A lonely nation sustained by a bean that wasn't even a proper bean. It just goes to show history is full of people making strange decisions, like paying good money for a cup of pumpkin spiced coffee. Join us next time as we dive into another unremarkable artifact from this peculiar place. Thanks for watching.